So I was having a trot around the carboot on last Sunday. And I was just about to leave, and I saw a couple of bits, and I picked them up, and I actually like them more than I think, because both the elements I'm about to show you fit as though they're designed to, but they're not. And if you like your Bergens, you're gonna like this. And on that side, I've taken the rocket pocket off, and I put my 2 litre hydro on there. That's full. Usually I keep a mess tin in the front here, in the square pocket. It's a square mess tin. I'll need to take this rocket pocket off because I found a new one, or a different one. Now this rocket pocket is the one I got off the car boot, and it's a bit different to the standard. Whoever had it before me has put very thick boot lace onto the zippers, which is a tremendous idea. That is worth a tip in itself. Get that done. Makes life so much easier. Like I said, zippers fit the Bergen. It's off-brand Webtex. Here's the bonus feature. The lid here of your rocket pocket features a zipped section here. A lid on top of the lid. Main compartment here, and a lid on this. I love that, and I'm going to show you why I love that in a second. It'll all become clear in a minute. On the side, it also has another pocket here. I went to another store, and on that stall I picked up this, an orange box stove. Now I've done a review on the mini orange box stove, which just screws onto a canister directly, sits on top. This has a hose lead that fits onto a canister, and he also sold me this with it. It's 440 milligrams of gas in that, and the way I use gas, I've estimated I can run an 8-day camp with that and this, and provided I can keep this gas warm, I can just wrap it up and shove it in a sleeping bag on them bitterly cold nights. It might be a replacement for my petrol stove for winter camp. I've yet to find out, but I can't see why not. Now it all fits onto this. That little side pocket here fits the orange box stove. On the top lid, just about, fits 440 mil of gas. Here's how I'm going to use it. Oh, give me a second. The rest of this. Jeez, that was out the ration pack coffee. Oh, feel sick. And in here, I am going to fill full of rations, wet rations from top to bottom. Maybe not even the whole ration pack, just take the wet food out and stack them all the way up. And I'll put my own brew kit in because I need real coffee. But I reckon if I just put the wet foods stacked in here, and some bits and pieces like the peanuts and powdered drinks, that is going to be an 8-day supply with stove in there and the gas for it. On the other side of the Bergen, like you saw, I had my water one side, food on the other side. With the orange box stove, gives me the ability to cook that food. The gas gives me the ability to power the stove to make the food, and in the central compartment on the actual Bergen will be my insulation, which should be a sleeping bag and bivvy, or sleeping bag and tent. Those elements alone are all I need. It's a minimalist way of camping out for a few days. And a misconception to a minimalist kit is, well, that's too big, that's too heavy. An army sleeping bag, too big. Bergen, too big. No, minimalist. It means taking the bare minimum amount of kit, where you take only what is necessary. The clue is in the word minimalist. Minimum amount of kit required. Other things I would bring with me, which I consider a necessity to a camp, would be a head torch with the ability to either charge it or spare batteries, and a knife and a fire making kit. And that is my 8 days. Anything else other than that is pure luxury. Let's get all this fired up. A lot bigger than my other orange box stove. It's a big handful of stove. I think I got him down to £7, and there was a bit of gas left also in the canister, which I've refilled with butane using my little adapter. Screws on there nicely to the gas canister. That is the regulator, up and down. This is what I love about this stove here. It's a bloom, or a blossom they call that. And my other micro stoves, the flame comes to a peak like that, a bit like the jet boil comes into a peak, hits the bottom of that cup and brings water to a boil very, very quickly. This is the bloom or the blossom, and you can tell they call it that because of the holes here. It looks like a blossom from a rose, and it fires the flame thusly around the pot rather than concentrated into a peak. And I was so close to actually buying one of these from Amazon. Instead I got the other orange box stove. I pull these feet out like that all the way around. Get the other one, pull that out, it all click into place. This is what I like a lot about this stove. It accommodates a variety. You just have to make sure your cup will sit on there. Mine do. And it is a piezo ignition. Good 8-day supply there. There's the piezo ignition or piezo ignition. That little red button. I just need to bring down these supporting legs here all the way around. Another one there. And this is what allows it to collapse nicely into the box. I just want to listen for gas because I've had issue with another stove. Yep, gas is coming through. It's just a case of turning the gas on and clicking it. That's on first time. Ooh. As you see, it doesn't like lying down. Turn that up. I'm going to show you this bloom now, but filmed in the night, just so you can see the flame pattern. I need to take off this existing rocket pocket or rocket pouch. It's just on a zip on one side, on the zip on the other. A couple of clips, one there, and I think there's two on the bottom, but I haven't done them up. So that is the old one off. One side. Another zip on the other side. It gives me the ability now to have an 8-day hike, or an 8-day stay rather, without worrying about food resource or fuel cooking ability. And this square here is identical in size for that orange box stove. I haven't got the stove in it, and I keep the box in this pouch. I don't keep taking the box in and out. I take the stove in and out the box while it is sat in there. That's cool enough to touch. Fold it all flat. Bring the feet down and in, and drop that into the side. There. This is how I do it. I don't keep taking the box in and out, just the stove. Followed by the hose. The box lid. There, it's clicked on like that. Next time I want to take the stove out, I take the lid off, reach inside, pull the stove out, but keep the box in. It's just easier. That just leaves the fuel to put into this top section here of the actual rocket pocket. I'm going to do the rocket pocket zip up so there's less confusion. That is another lid on top of the lid of the rocket pocket of the Bergen. Tight fit, 440mm. It does go. There you have it. Collar there to put over the zip. Stop debris going into that. So there is the rocket pocket on the side of the Bergen. So one Bergen, one rocket pocket, canister of 440mm of gas. Good burner for it there. I'm pretty sure that's the Van Gogh, you know. And here's what I'm going to do. Fill this section here full of the wet foods. Found my gloves. Forever losing these as well. Must have bought about 3 pairs. A brew pack, peanuts and cold and hot beverages in there. The brew pack. British Army. And as you can tell, I've just put some extras in. This is the liner for each of the rocket pockets. And in mine, I have, like I said before, the wet meals. Just need boiling up. Ginger pudding, chicken tikka masala, chickpea and rice, that sounds nice. Vegetarian all day breakfast. Put all that back into the liner and put the liner into the side rocket pocket. Three of the wet meals has come up to here, so you can see what I was saying before about putting an 8-day supply of the wet foods. There's just 1 day for you, and that is how I'm going to run this. I'm going to put the brew pack into there also and zip it all up. So that is my carboot find. I quite like it. It's the Webtex side rocket pocket or rocket pouch for the British infantry Bergen. Main compartment, be my sleeping bag and shelter. And that's me done. Just put the original away. Now, I didn't tell you how much I paid for that pouch. It had a label on saying £2. And you know what? I didn't even bother haggling the guy down, or the lady. It was hard to tell. So I just paid the £2. The little Van Gogh stove, if it is original Van Gogh. I've got a feeling I overpaid, but I wanted it, so I paid it. £7, 7 or 8, can't remember. But for a tenner, I got everything that I need. But that was the side rocket pocket by Webtex. I think that was the Van Gogh stove and the Coleman's 440ml fuel, which I have topped up with butane. It was nearly empty when I found it. It's not empty anymore. And all for a tenner, or £9 to be precise. So until next time, take care of yourself. I'll see you out. Trails.